But I also just started playing a game on my Steam Deck called ElecHead, which I purchased ages ago. I've actually purchased this specific developer's latest game too and not played that either.
Oh, nice.
But I decided, listen, it's like a 2-3 hour game. I've known this for a long time. It was like $5. Let me give it a go. And let me tell you, this
Good
is a
time.
matty ass video game. Holy shit.
I gotta play it.
It's so it's a
How old is it? Like, when did it come out?
4 years ago, I think. I know. So the developer, the developer's name is Nama Takahashi.
Mm-hmm.
She, I'm actually not sure. They released a game last year called Oo, just like 3 O's, Oo, which is like this game's version of a Metroidvania, like a 3 to 4 hour puzzle Metroidvania. And I think that got a lot more like attention than ElecHead did when it came out. It says here in 2021.
Okay,
So
4 years, yeah.
it is a short puzzle platformer where you play as this little like cool little yellow dude, little robot who conducts electricity across any surface that you touch.
Damn.
So
Found
if you've
gameplay.
got you found gameplay. Okay, so if you're watching gameplay here, if you're on a surface that is connected to, say, like an elevator that requires power, as soon as you touch that surface, you will send electricity through there, and the elevator will work. The same goes for all sorts of things around the area, like little platforms that only appear when you are touching them, and hazards that only fire when you are touching them.
Okay.
It's a really simple concept to like see and immediately understand how it works.
Nice.
And it's really cool how they take this single idea and stretch it in so many different ways to make what seems pretty straightforward at the beginning into like this really complex thing. Like I got to several rooms where I looked around and I was like, I have absolutely no idea how I'm meant to with the skill set I have, because there's no like unlocking abilities. The most you get in terms of unlocking abilities is the ability to throw like your head.
Okay.
You can like throw your head at something, and your head is the little bit that conducts electricity. So you can get a platform across from you to conduct and build a platform to you, and then you have to run and collect your head within like 10 seconds. Otherwise, you blow up and lose. That's like the extent of upgrades you're going to get. The rest is just like knowledge based. You are figuring out how to interact with this world in new and different ways. And it does the really cool thing at the end where it's like, hey, you should probably go back to the area you started at and just like see what you can do there. And it turns out like the end of the game, or the path to the end of the game, was right there all along. You just did not know that you could access it in a way that you only figure out at the end.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, I have this knowledge. I know actually how to traverse this thing that seemed impossible to get past now. And that's really cool. Tunic did that back in the day.
Yeah,
I really appreciated Tunic for that. This kind of does that, but distills it into a 3-hour game, and it's really neat. I think the only thing I didn't really enjoy was the end gets really obtuse. It requires you to find 1 or 2 hidden platforms that I don't think are very well like earmarked or hinted to.
Okay.
And without doing that, you actually just don't get to the end. It just feels like you've gotten to the end, but you actually haven't. That would be my only real criticism, because the rest I think is it's really tightly paced. It knows when it's stretched its ideas, far enough. It doesn't overstay its welcome. And it's just a really fun time. Cool, like 8-bit music, got a really cool art style to it, and it just made me feel smart in a way that really good puzzle platformers do.
Yeah, best kinds of games are those where, like you said earlier, you walk into a room and be like, how do I get past here? And when you figure it out, you feel like a genius.
Yeah. And it's got the cool, because it is a platformer by nature, as it starts like requiring more from you from a puzzle perspective, it also starts requiring you to pull off moves in a very dexterous manner. So there are parts, especially near the end, where it's like, oof, I got to time this jump and this throw like really, really well to actually get this to work, because there's an element of timing to things. And that's when it started clicking, like, oh, Matty's going to enjoy this game.
Just say less. Okay, you've sold me already.
It's cool. It's really cool. And again, I finished it within like a sitting because
Mm.
it's just like, oh, this is neat
Amazing.
and I understand it, and yeah. So I'm really keen to play their latest game, which looks really cool, and I just like the idea of short games that I think it's actually much harder to get a game this short to work in like such a powerful way because you have very little time to allow for the like a player to learn the mechanics well enough to like take on harder and harder puzzles in a short amount of time. And I think it just shows a really good sense of design and tutorialization and just player direction that it's such a smooth curve in terms of its escalation.
Nice.
It's really good. I mean, there's AAA games where in hour 3 you still haven't even got past your like tutorial pop-ups, and this thing is like taught its entire repertoire without saying a single word.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. It's great little game, and I desire more games like this, like short, complex but really interesting little things. Indie games are great.
Yeah, I think it's a nice way to sort of spread out games through the year as well. Look, I'm there with you where we get review games and I'll play the AAA stuff and I'll obviously play the more indie stuff. But I do enjoy just every now and then just sprinkling in, like a 1 to 3 hour game between the bigger releases.
Yep.
And I call it a palate cleanser, but it's not really a palate cleanser because that game obviously brings so much, games like that bring so much joy, just in smaller doses. So yeah, I'm there with you. I need to play this. It looks really, really good.
Yeah. This is exactly what you're describing. It is a palate cleanser of the game, but also it's almost unfair to play this and then play other puzzle games because you're like, wow, it's achieving so much in so little time that others struggle to get in like triple the amount of time. It's very expertly designed, and I'm curious to play quite a bit because I've heard that's really, really good.
Even
yeah.
So even just before we bounce off, even just the premise of your body conducting electricity to solve puzzles, or to like create
smart.
It's such a simple idea. You look at it, go, wow, how has no one done this before? But it just
and again, just like how much juice is squeezed from that single idea is kind of nuts. It's because like in the first like 20-30 minutes, I was like, okay, cool. I see where this is going. I know what this is doing. And like looking back at that, it's so rudimentary what you were doing at the beginning. It was just like the foundational building blocks of how to move around this world. And man, it goes places. It reminds me a lot of Portal. The first Portal was that. Like the first Portal was like, here's how to move around the world. Here's a single portal. Here's a double portal. Go have fun. This is very much in that sort of vein of puzzle platforming. So it's good. Really, really happy that I took the time. And like I said, I think full price on Steam is $100. It's very often on sale for like 50. It's crazy cheap for 3 super, super cool hours. Like you're not even getting popcorn at Stir-Kinnickle for that fucking money. So
I want to see if it's on Switch.
It is.
Damn. Say less.
It is on Switch. It's on Xbox, I think, as well, which is a strange place to play it. I think is only on Steam currently. I don't know if it's on Switch yet, but I assume it will come.
Yeah.
Wow, Googling just gets you strange results there. It's on... Oh, no, it is on Switch. Is on Switch as well.
How do you spell
Players
that?
assume the role of a caterpillar whose segments are made out of bombs. Sick. I know exactly how this game is going to play out then.
Damn. Say less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I guess sorry, I'm just reading off on the Wikipedia. Several critics named Ooh as one of their best titles of the year, comparing it to games like Celeste and Animal Well.
What was the second one?
Say
Animal?
less. Animal Well.
Oh, Animal Well's another game I need to play as well. Just not
Same.
Got to it. Yeah.
I know. I really wanted to play it when it came out because it looked like a strange. It's the one published by
Donkey.
Big Mode. Yeah. It looked weird and cool, but I just never got around to it. I know Darren tried it. He's like, "This is super not my type of game," and I kind of get that. But it does look kind of cool, so I still want to get to that as well.
Nice.